Welcome to the Bendino Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. A slap in the face, you say. Our offers aren't good enough, you claim. We didn't come to the table with anything of substance, you said. The WNBA owners are playing chess while the players are playing chess.
A slap in the face. That's what the players are calling it. The WNBA owners just leaked their CBA proposal to ESPN's Ramona Shelburne. And the details are now public. We're talking about tripling salaries, charter flights, free league pass, family travel accommodation, and somehow the Players Association is saying this isn't good enough. So let's break down exactly what's in this offer and why this reaction tells us everything about the negotiating power on both sides of this table.
Goals for a win-win CBA. 1. Substantially increase player salaries to reflect recent and future business growth. Recent. I like the sound of that. I like the sound. Recent. They're alluding to something. These owners aren't fools. They're alluding to something.
Here's what the owners put on the table. The Supermax salary jumps from $250,000 in 2025 to $1.295 million in 2026. That's over 5 times the current amount in a single year. By 2031, they're projecting Supermax contracts at $1.87 million, with a base salary of $1.5 million. In a higher revenue scenario, that Supermax could hit $2.4 million, with an $1.8 million base. The average player salary goes from $120,000 to $540,000 next season, potentially reaching $1 million by.
All right, let's take a look at some numbers. WNBA CBA revenue sharing proposal, projected player salaries. Total salary, base salary, indeed. 2025, this last past season, prior CBA actual for the Supermax, $250,000. Oof.
But here's where it gets interesting. The revenue share is moving from around 9% to approximately 15%. Not the 30% the players are demanding, but a 67% increase from the current deal. And this is where the fundamental disconnect lives. The players want NBA-level revenue sharing, while the league is still operating at a loss. The owners are saying we'll give you massive raises tied to revenue growth, but we need the business to actually become profitable first. It's a sustainability argument, and the data backs them up.
Here we go. 1. New revenue sharing system, going from 9 to around 15. Significantly increased player salaries tied to revenue growth. We've gone over that ad nauseum. Upward salary adjustments to all existing rookie scale contracts. Oh, so we're scaling up the rookie contract? Sounds fair. Team charter travel, preseason, regular season, and postseason games.
Now, look at what else is in this proposal. Team charter travel for preseason, regular season, and postseason games. Caitlin Clark's complaints about commercial flights just got answered. First-class travel in and out of team markets. 2 new developmental roster spots per team, which means more jobs. Higher annual salary increases in multi-year contracts. More guaranteed contracts allowed per team. Increased salary cap exceptions for pregnant players. New salary cap exceptions for season-ending injuries. The list goes on for 33 separate improvements.
Physicians, trainers, strength and conditioning, coaches, physical therapists, access to a nutritionist. Increased performance bonuses for awards and playoff advancement. Higher team contributions to players' 401k retirement accounts. Fair. Recognition payment for current retirees. Current retirees, we'll throw you a bone. Here, take it.
But this part right here exposes something critical. Free WNBA League Pass for players. Complimentary All-Star tickets for all players. These weren't in the previous CBA. Think about that for a second. The Players Association couldn't negotiate for free access to watch their own league's games in the last deal. They couldn't get comp tickets to the All-Star game. And these are the same negotiators now demanding 30% of total league revenue. The contrast between what they failed to secure last time and what they're demanding now reveals a massive gap in negotiating sophistication.
Earlier first payment of annual salary, mobile medical record app for players, ability to invest in and have endorsement deals with sports betting, fantasy, and cannabis companies, 50% of certain team fines donated to PA selected charity, elimination of marijuana testing, new treatment programs for marijuana and alcohol abuse, shorter disqualification.
The owners didn't stop there. New requirements allowing young children of players and their caregivers to travel with the team, with additional hotel rooms covered. Required family rooms during games. Guaranteed training camp invitations for pregnant players with expiring contracts. New non-birthing parent leave policy. Broader access to family planning benefits. Earlier first payment of annual salary. Increased life insurance benefits. Mobile medical record apps for players. These are quality of life improvements that address real concerns players have raised publicly.
Free league pass, I don't even think it crossed their mind for negotiation. Oh, have mercy. Have mercy. My reaction was to this. So the same players that couldn't even negotiate for free league pass on the previous CBA are now asking for 30% of total league revenue. What could possibly go wrong?
And then there's the lifestyle stuff. Ability to invest in and have endorsement deals with sports betting, fantasy, and cannabis companies. That's new revenue streams for players outside their salaries. Elimination of marijuana testing, new treatment programs for marijuana and alcohol abuse. Instead of punitive measures, shorter disqualification periods under the anti-drug program. 50% of certain team fines donated to player associations selected charities. Increased promotional and commercial appearance fees. Additional mental health resources. The owners clearly did their homework on what matters to this generation of players.
13% of revenue is still bad, and there it is. And there it is. All of this can be fine and dandy, but if it Brianna Mitchell, that might be a Brianna Turner burner account. I gotta be honest. That might be a Brianna Turner burner account. Imagine sitting through a 3-hour negotiation just to get free league pass, of course, harping on this.
So why leak this to Ramona Shelburne? Because it's a brilliant negotiating tactic. The owners just went public with an offer that sounds incredibly generous to anyone outside the 46,000 hardcore WNBA fans who think the players deserve NBA money. Now the players have to publicly justify why tripling salaries, adding charter flights, and 33 other improvements isn't good enough. The court of public opinion just shifted, and the Players Association walked right into it by calling this a slap in the face before the details were public.
Move. Because the people with brains, the non-drones, everybody outside the 46,000 old fans, for the majority, are going to look at this and say, wait, you guys are crapping on this deal? Wait, so this deal's not good enough for you? Oh, you guys are just going to focus on the last part of the free league pass and ignore all the other things that we compromised on.
Here's what this really comes down to. The players want to be paid like the NBA immediately. The owners are saying we'll get you there, but it has to be tied to actual revenue growth, because we're still losing money. Both positions make sense from their perspectives, but the execution tells you everything about who has leverage in this negotiation. The owners control the timeline. They control when games happen, when the season starts, whether there even is a season. The players have exactly one piece of leverage, the threat of sitting out. But sitting out means no paychecks, no exposure, no endorsement opportunities. And with players like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese driving unprecedented viewership and attendance, sitting out the 2026 season would be career suicide for the rookies who just arrived. The Players Association is playing checkers. They're focused on the percentage number, 30% revenue share, because that's what sounds fair compared to the NBA's 50%. But they're ignoring the fundamental difference. The NBA is profitable. The WNBA is not. You can't split profits that don't exist. The owners are playing chess. They leaked this proposal, knowing exactly how it would be received. They included every single improvement the players have publicly requested over the past 2 years. Charter flights? Check. Family travel? Check. Better maternity benefits? Check. Higher salaries tied to growth? Check. And then they added things the players didn't even think to ask for, like free league pass and all-star tickets, specifically to highlight how unsophisticated the previous negotiating team was. Now the players have to explain to fans why going from $120,000 average salary to $540,000 in 1 year isn't enough. They have to justify why charter flights and family travel don't matter. They have to argue that 15% revenue share, up from 9%, is insulting when the league is operating at a loss. And here's the kicker. The owners included projections through 2031 showing salaries potentially hitting $1 million average and $2.4 million supermax. They're literally showing the players the path to NBA-level money, but it's contingent on the league actually growing and becoming profitable. That's not unreasonable. That's basic business. The players calling this a slap in the face tells you they either don't understand the financial reality of the WNBA, or they're posturing for public support and it's backfiring. Because most people looking at this offer are going to think the players are being unreasonable. Tripling your salary in 1 year, while the league loses money, is a pretty good deal. The question now is whether the Players Association has the discipline to take this deal, or the leverage to get something better. Based on the fact that they couldn't negotiate for free league pass last time, I'm betting they don't have either. The owners know it. The players are about to find out. And when the 2026 season tips off under this CBA framework, we're going to look back at this moment as the inflection point where the WNBA either became sustainable or the players overplayed their hand. So what do you think? Is this offer actually a slap in the face? Or are the players making a massive strategic mistake by rejecting it? Because from where I'm sitting, turning down charter flights and $500,000 average salaries while your league is losing money seems like the kind of decision you regret 5 years later. Let me know in the comments what you think happens next, and whether the players have any leverage left to negotiate. Hit that like button if you want more WNBA business breakdowns like this, and subscribe because this CBA saga is just getting started.